Hello there, peoples. I am here to review Monday Night Raw. But before that, I'm gonna tomorrow I will do Wes Craven's New Nightmare, and then maybe tomorrow or Wednesday I'll do the review for the conclusion of my little nightmare series with the remake. So, but I'm gonna touch up on today's Raw. Raw was pretty good tonight. I enjoyed it for the most part. Yeah, it was the legends that really. I think this is one of the better Raws we've had in the last couple of weeks. The only thing is, Kane didn't show up. I thought Kane was gonna show up in the end, but he just never showed up. So the show kicks off with the Undertaker. Oh, with Stone Cold. That was awesome. It was awesome seeing Stone Cold in Raw, and just he was pretty much talking about being in Texas, talking about WrestleMania being in Texas next year, and then but that's really what it was. It was just the Night of Legends. So, and then Stone Cold brings out the Undertaker, and the Undertaker pretty much cuts a promo about beating up Brock Lesnar and concluding their feud. Then Heyman and Lesnar come out, and Heyman talks about pretty much the feud over again, and then says that Brock Taker has no chance. And then Taker's ready to fight. Brock Lesnar seemingly is gonna fight him, which is weird because Lesnar's been kind of marketed as a face, but then he just did a heelish thing and act like he was gonna fight him, and then steps down. So I'm like, it's kind of a heel move, but whatever. Because also Lesnar has the interview. That's probably why they didn't brawl for the most part. I mean, I would have liked to have seen it, but we've seen them brawl before, so I mean, it didn't really matter. I mean, it would have been cool to see a brawl, but I think the reason why they didn't brawl is because they're doing because Lesnar's doing the interview, the Austin podcast today, like immediately following Raw, so it was like, there's no point in them brawling when, I think because they wanted Lesnar to do the interviews, why they decided not to have a brawl. But it was a good opening segment. I still think this should have closed the show, as much as I'll get to it later, but I still think this should have closed the show. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the main event. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the main event, so I think this should have closed the show. That's just me. Then we have John Cena and the Dudleys taking on New Day. Decent match. New Day pick up the win with Xavier, rolls up Devon, but then Cena and Dudleys just beat up Cena AA's Xavier and throws out Biggie and Kofi, and then Dudleys put Xavier through a table. About it. I mean, that's how it ends. Apparently, Cena's gonna do an open challenge. Oh shit, guys! I totally forgot. I also have to do predictions tomorrow, so there'll be 2 videos tomorrow. Actually, 3. Now that I think about it, maybe 3 videos tomorrow. Because I gotta do my Raw review. Oh, of course, I gotta do the predictions, and then also I gotta do review Gotham, and then the Nightmare. And then we'll review Wes Craven's New Nightmare. So yeah, sorry guys, I know that was just like, holy shit, I totally forgot. So yeah, predictions tomorrow too. So 3 videos possibly tomorrow. If not 3, at least 2. Then we have, apparently Randy Orton got beat up by the Wyatts. They're hinting that the Wyatts injured Randy. So it was the original kickoff was supposed to be Ambrose and Orton versus Strowman and Harper, but I guess that got scrapped. So there's a I can see a Bray-Randy feud. Maybe Randy Orton comes back and attacks Bray. I think I think this is another way of writing Randy off TV. I think maybe he's gonna finally take the time off. I mean, Randy needs it. He deserves it. I mean, Cena's gonna do the same thing. Apparently, he's after Hell in a Cell. Cena's taking time off too. Then we have Renee Young interviewing Ambrose, and he pretty much says he's gonna face them all by himself. So then we have Sasha Banks and Naomi versus Alicia Fox and Nikki. It was an okay match. Nikki pins Naomi. Okay, that's pretty much it. Then we have apparently Kane is suspended tonight. corporate Kane, but I mean, at least it wasn't a predictable Raw ending where Demon Kane shows up. It was kind of, even though that's supposed to be the WWE title match, you know. Then Triple H, there's a, next, Shawn Michaels comes out. That was sick, man. It was awesome seeing Shawn Michaels tonight. It's awesome. I would like to see one more match, but I don't know if that would happen. If he can do one more match, do it against The Rock. I still want to see that. But Shawn Michaels talks about Hell in a Cell, talks about the two big Hell in a Cell matches, and then Seth Rollins comes out and basically was like, "You didn't bring up my match," and just talked about how the heel he is and that he's much better than Shawn. And then he's like, tries to walk off and says like, "Hit my music," but they did. And also Shawn announces that Rollins will be facing Ryback next, and then Shawn Michaels walks off. It was a good segment. It was actually kind of cool. You know, it was a very segment-heavy show. There's some matches, but a lot of segments. But Ryback and Rollins is an okay match. Ryback lost. Seth Rollins actually won a match clean, which I think Rollins needs to start doing. At least with Owens, he's winning matches clean. I mean, yeah, he's beating jobbers, but at least he's winning matches clean. Seth Rollins, the last couple of months, has just been losing. At least he's won a match clean tonight, you know. And it was clean. It wasn't no bull. I mean, he raked the eye, but I mean that's a heel tactic, but it's still clean in my eyes. So it was a pretty short match. The match wasn't all that long. It only went like 5-10 minutes. Then apparently Ambrose is gonna take on Strowman and Harper in a handicap match, but then we have Ziggler, Cesaro, Neville versus Rusev, Barrett, and Sheamus. Okay match. Honestly, Rusev, Barrett, and Sheamus I wouldn't mind as a faction. They could be like a European faction, honestly. You know, I don't know. Is Bulgaria in Europe? That I don't know. But they could be a faction. Or you can make Barrett and Sheamus into a tag team. Well, I don't know, because there was rumors they were like Rusev's kind of in on hot water with like creative because of the whole, which is stupid. I'm like, I'm happy this storyline with Summer Rae is over. Shit, it was garbage. No one liked it. I don't understand why everyone's like, why are they like heat? Oh, they fucked up our plans. It was a shitty storyline to begin with. I don't understand. Like, no one cared. No one gave a fuck. I don't think anyone liked the feud. But it was a decent match, but Ziggler ended up getting pinned when Sheamus bro kicked Ziggler, and then Barrett just pinned him. But Barrett and Sheamus wouldn't be a bad tag team, honestly. Like, it'd be kind of a... Because we need more tag teams in the tag division, so Barrett and Sheamus would be decent, actually. But it was an okay match. I mean, it was a standard 6-man tag. Then Ric Flair comes out. Oh, he has a little thing with Shawn Michaels. They talk, and then Ric Flair goes to the ring, and then he just brings out Roman Reigns, and that's it. And then Reigns brings in 2 chairs, and he sits down and talks to him, and he calls out Bray Wyatt, who comes out. Apparently, he comes out with Harper. Instead of Harper, it's Strowman and Rowan. So what happened to Harper? Is he like exiled from the group or something? Is there like a storyline that I don't know? Was he exiled from the group? I mean, I still don't think you really need to get rid of Luke Harper. I think Luke Harper should have stayed with. Yeah, I think Harper should have stayed with the Wyatts. You could have had Harper, Strowman, and Rowan. But I guess they needed to get rid of someone, but else is kind of weird. Like, oh, Rowan's back, but I didn't like that they just didn't acknowledge that Rowan was injured. They didn't even acknowledge that. So Bray and Roman go up. Bray didn't really say much, but Roman said basically that Bray's scared of him, and that, you know, because he has to face Roman by himself in the cell. So I think, but um, I'll get to, I'll talk about who's gonna win, who I think's gonna win, tomorrow, my predictions, but Um, but yeah, it was decent. And then Roman just attacked him and then hit Strowman and Rowan with chairs, and then and Ambrose comes out. So there, that was that. Then we have Charlotte versus Brie, whatever match. Charlotte won. Fuck Brie. I'm sorry. I don't like Brie. I mean, I don't know what it is. I didn't really care for her before. I didn't mind her that much, but I don't know what it is. You know what it is? I think it's the fact that she just copies Bryan's moves and just does it shitty. I think I started noticing how bad she is in the ring. Because before, I didn't notice it before. But now that, like, Sasha, Charlotte, and Becky, they're better wrestlers in there now, I notice it now. I notice how shitty her drop kick is, how shitty her yes kicks are. They just. And then that stupid Bremo knee, which I'm like. I mean, a lot of people are talking about Brie, retiring soon because, maybe she wants to focus on mother. I think that's the best thing. Because, honestly, she's not going to get a push again. Like, the only big push was, remember, last year when she had the big match with Stephanie at SummerSlam. I think that's going to be the only thing she's ever going to have that's big like that. I mean, she's just not good in the ring. I mean, she's not going to get a push again now that Charlotte, Sasha, Becky are there. Really, she's not going to get a push again. So I think, yeah, maybe she should just focus on motherhood. It's not, like, her spot's pretty much been taken. Nikki's different, like, because I don't know. But even then, whatever, it's a whatever match. Then Mark Henry takes on Kevin Owens with a squash match. Though it was kind of cool seeing Kevin Owens do a pop-up power bomb on Mark Henry. Mark Henry's just basically just a guy he's just a jobber, basically. He does a little bit of offense, but then gets beat up. So that's what happened in this match, and it was kind of cool, though, seeing Mark Henry and Kevin Owens do the pop-up powerbomb on Henry. It actually looked good. It didn't. I was like, oh, this could be bad, but it actually looked really good. It wasn't botchy or anything like that. Like, it actually looked good. Oh, sorry. Just need to check the camera. But then Ryback comes out and just Owens tries to escape, and then he gets tossed in the ring, back in the ring by Henry, and then Ryback powerbombs him. I get Ryback's a face, but that's kind of a heel thing to do, is just attack him. Kevin Owens won the match. He didn't even, like, attack Henry. He was going to walk away, but whatever. And apparently Rusev, Sheamus, and Barrett versus, this is the same match. Neville, Ziggler, and Cesaro as the pre-show. Why? We just had the match tonight. Then why didn't you just do like a one-on-one match and then they're all out there or something? It's kind of stupid to just have them come out there and then just do basically the same match again. Whatever. Then, I think I skipped this segment. Seth Rollins is backstage with Triple H and Stephanie, and then they're watching the Roman Reigns segment, and then they said, like, we don't want Roman to get hurt, so they decided to add, then Shawn Michaels comes out, and then says Seth Rollins should be, because originally it was going to be Roman and Ambrose versus pretty much Wyatt, Strowman, and Harper. So yeah, all three of them. Good 3-on-2 handicap. But then Shawn suggests Seth, and then basically all Seth's protected, and then Seth's like, I'm gonna prove myself, so he adds himself to the match, so it's a Shield reunion. I mean, and then he's interviewed by Renee, and he just talks about himself, basically. And then Seth Rollins, Reigns, and Ambrose versus Wyatt, Rowan, and Strowman. Not gonna lie, it was kind of cool seeing Reigns, Ambrose, and Rollins together, but I kind of I was kind of expecting Rollins to walk out or something, and he did. When Ambrose was going to make the tag, Rollins just faked a knee injury and just walks off. And then Ambrose, when I think he puts Strowman puts Reigns in that chokehold he does, and then Ambrose gets a kendo stick and attacks him. But like a big brawl ensues, and then Reigns pretty much spears Rowan, and he spears Rowan and Wyatt, and then there's the end of the show. So Raw was pretty good, pretty okay. One of the better Raws we've had in the last couple of weeks. But yeah. Other than that, I'm gonna do my Nightmare, Wes Craven's new Nightmare review, and then I'll review then I'll have to do my predictions for Hell in a Cell, and then Gotham review. But other than that, guys, so see you guys tomorrow. Signing off.